Welcome back to Newswatch 10. I'm Jeremy Babin, and we're talking sports. Junior tennis player for the Lady Catamounts, Clara Norfleet, isn't the tallest player on the court, but it's the whole package that makes her our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Jeremy Rao reports from Dalton High School. Thanks, JR. Speaking of Dalton tennis, the Lady Catamounts were hosting Habersham in the first round of the state Quad A tournament yesterday. Now the girls, they won a state championship back in 1980 and most recently made it to the Elite Eight in 2007. As for this one, it should be another great run for the Lady Cats. Dalton's number 2 Audrey Purrier facing Habersham's Nikki Cushman in singles, and they battled it here, but it was all Audrey Purrier as she dominated in 2 sets, 6-2, 6-3. The Lady Catamounts took the win 3-1. As it was called early due to rain, Dalton advances to the second round. Out at Heritage Point Park, the Christian Heritage softball team took on Covington Christian in a doubleheader last night. The only problem? The weather. A long rain delay, several rain delays in this one, would push this long doubleheader back. Covington Christian up 2-1. Top of the 5th when it resumed. Rebecca Leonard pitching for the Lady Lions. Strikes out Heather Smith, but doesn't have as much luck facing Faith McRae. This ball gets away from her. Carolyn Mallory scores, and it's a 3-1 game. But Leonard settles down, striking out McRae to retire the 5th inning. Leonard had 9 strikeouts. Lady Lions trail by 2 as they enter their final at bat, and with 2 outs and a runner on first, Shelby Wilbanks' grounder goes into the outfield. Rebecca Leonard scores to make it a 3-2 game, and on her tail, here comes Wilbanks, the tying run, and she is out. Christian Heritage loses 3-2. Switching gears to soccer now, the Southeast boys team kicks off the Class 3A state playoffs tonight at home, and despite being in a new region, a trip to the playoffs is nothing new for the Raiders. It seems like just yesterday that the Southeast boys soccer team was in the state championship game for the only time in school history. Nearly a year has passed, and the road to get back to the big game starts tonight at home against a physical Dunwoody team.
Just a very solid all-around team. They play in a very, very tough region, so them being the 3rd seed is saying a lot, because this is the toughest region in the state in my opinion.
But this Raider team isn't to be taken lightly either. When compared to last year's Class 4A runner-up, this team isn't that far of a kick from 2008.
This team has I wouldn't say just as much talent, but this team has a great deal of talent. We are doing everything that needs to be done. The main thing that we have to do is finish. We have to put the ball in the back of the net. That's what wins games.
So what will the Raiders focus on in order to beat the Wildcats tonight?
This season has been, we had a lot of shots on goal, but we just can't get the ball in there. And what we're working on is, finishing, because we get there, but we don't finish the ball. So we've been working really a lot on trying to finish the ball.
We're starting to see right now, especially, that we have a lot of different ways to get the ball close to the goal. We've got a lot of different tools that we can use. The question is, do we have a tool that's going to be consistent in scoring?
The one thing the Maroon and Silver do have is the motivation to get back to the big game and rewrite the record books.
It would be a wonderful thing, Every player likes to be state champion.
The Raiders and Wildcats kick off the first round of the playoffs tonight at 7 o'clock at Raider Field. Melissa, a lot of games going on. Playoff games, soccer, baseball games, tennis, you name it. This is a big weekend for sports.
And guess what? It's a great weekend for sports, too, weather-wise, right?
Hey, I can't complain about that.
And guess who's not here today? I find that very peculiar that Cedric took Friday off. It's a gorgeous day. Calvin has the extended forecast. What can we look forward to, Calvin?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be absolutely beautiful.